We had a great experience at the bowl so far. It's been a lot of competition. They told us when we first got here 6 out of the 7 times that they've been doing the competition. The team has won, so that's something that really stood out to us. So we're not taking these competitions lightly, but this is a game that we're really prepared for. We're really juiced up about. A lot of buzz has been going around that this is a game that we're probably not going to get up for, but we got a lot to play for. Our 11th win, sending the seniors out on the right note. They mentioned to us that we'll be the first team in college football to beat 3 9-0 teams that were undefeated. So, that's something that we're looking forward to also. But like I said, we had a great experience here and just ready to play the game now.
All right, thanks. Trey, you guys came storming back in the basketball competition last night to tie it up at 1-1. Like Deshaun said, the winner of the Battle for Bowl Week has won the bowl game 6 out of 7 times. So talk about, was that important to your momentum for this week?
Oh yeah, it was very important. We got the dub yesterday. We had to get things back on track. So I'm very pleased with the team's effort yesterday. And I think we have a few more things we have to do, and hopefully we can finish the thing off right and get the W in all the columns and win the game. So that's our mindset, to compete on everything we do and then finish it off Monday.
Got it. Dontavius, talk about your experience at the Martin Luther King Center yesterday and what that meant and what type of bowl week experience that was for your team.
I think it was real beneficial for our team to be able to go and see where a lot of things started, as far as, especially for us, we wouldn't be able to play in the situation that we're in without their influence. And being able to meet those different type of movers and shakers and actually in person and shake their hands, I feel like it was real beneficial for the people, because it's all our history, like they were saying earlier, and I just feel like it was real important to be able to for all of us to see that.
All right, thanks. And Stephen, what about you? What did you take away from the Martin Luther King visit last night?
I took away the leadership that the guys told us, and that's one thing our coaches built us on, is leadership. And to hear from them guys, different strategies of leadership was big for me, in my standpoint. For my group of guys that hear leadership as well, it's been big for us. They taught us about, just how you don't have to be a vocal leader. You can be, a leader that's all about action. And so just different leaderships that we kind of use. So. Okay.
All right, thanks for that. Okay, we'll go ahead and jump into questions. Again, please raise your hand. We'll get you a microphone, and we'll take questions for the 4 players. All right, Josh right here. Oh, I'm sorry, we'll go here, and then we'll go to Josh right here, far left, guys.
Yeah, for Deshaun, you said you guys are really pumped up for this game, but immediately after the SEC championship game loss, did the senior leaders or the leadership of the team have to sort of give everybody a pep talk and say we still have something to play for? How did that work?
Oh yeah, that was definitely one of the things that we had to do. Of course, we took a tough loss in the SEC championship, and we knew that it was an opportunity to play for, the playoffs and potentially a national championship. So it was definitely a slump that we had to get over. But us as leaders, I feel like we did a great job to what we did. We let our team be sad for a minute, let them get the taste in their mouth. So, the guys that come back next year, they know how I feel. But at the same time, we knew we had a game to play, and if we were to come out and say UCF, wouldn't care. They still come out and try to, step on our throat, and we knew that. So it was definitely a thing that we had to get our team back pumped up. But ever since we've been having practices, we had great practices, had great energy. We were actually flying around to the ball, offensive making plays, and I feel like we're ready to play, so we'll see Monday.
All right. Nate, we're going to go second row right here on the aisle.
For everybody, but Deshaun, to follow up on that, what are you most excited about with this game, and how do you get yourself excited, despite what he said that you guys missed out on the playoff?
I really don't think it's really much excitement. I think it's just us going out, just doing our job as a team. I think they're going to give our all, like they said. They're a very explosive offense. They can move the ball really well. So, just us to come out as a team, as a defense, and play is our main goal. We take every game important, so it's one thing we're built on.
Trey? That was for everybody, right?
Can you repeat the question?
what are you most excited about in the game, and how do you get yourself up for the game, knowing how close you guys were to the college football playoff?
I think everyone is always excited for the next opportunity to play and go out and perform. So I don't really think it was much of a having to get ourselves ready to play in this game, because I feel like we're prepared to play in the next game. But I just think, like I said, whenever you're able to go out and play again, you always want to perform well. So that's how I think at least for myself, how I get ready to play in each game.
Just picking back off of what they said, it's not hard to get up for any kind of game when you're playing college football, especially in our shoes and how our coaches are. Coach Steele always says, it doesn't matter who we play, when we play, where we play. We're always going to get after it, and that's our mindset. It doesn't matter if we were playing a middle school team. We're going to be ready to play and have a lot of fun out there. So that's just our mindset in general.
All right, where are we going next? Over here. Fourth row in the middle, please.
Christian Brewer, WFTV. Deshaun, you guys have talked about the motivation and that. Does it help when there's the numbers out there of, hey, number one in the offense in scoring, they're undefeated? Does that help to motivate?
I mean, it does, but at the same time, it doesn't. And I say that because, when you see all those statistics and you see all those numbers, like number one offense, and they're scoring these many points or these many yards, and it's kind of a challenge. You accept it as a challenge, but like those guys say, man, at Auburn, especially on defense, we have a standard that we play to, and no matter who we play, what their numbers are, we have execution-wise a goal that we set, each and every game that we want to reach. So, like I say, those numbers, they kind of give you motivation, but at the end of the day, we're going to be who we are no matter who we play.
For Dontavius, there's been a little bit of talk from their running back, Adrian Killens, talking about that Auburn hasn't seen the speed that he brings. Did you see that, and what were your thoughts on some of the things that the UCF players have said coming into this?
Oh, yeah, I saw it, but it's not really something that we overly thought about, and I just think that everybody's going to have their opinion, and they're welcome to it, But for us, it's we have played teams with speed, and we also have speed of our own on our own team. So I don't really think it's anything that we really thought about after we saw those comments.
All right, next question. Raise your hand. Okay, over here on the far left. Doug?
Just for anybody, what makes UCF's offense so good? Is it the speed? Is it concepts? Are the concepts unique to anything you've seen before?
Deshaun, start with you.
Yeah, I can answer that. I can say their concept is very unique. I know in the running game they do a lot of misdirections. They do a lot of things to kind of get your eyes wandering and to get their speed to the edge. And they really do have some fast guys, but I think their concept is kind of what gives you a problem. And even in the passing game, they do a lot of switch routes and things in the secondary to try to get your eyes also try to get you tangled up looking at one guy when they really want to hit another one. And their coach do a really good job at he run concepts to attack the holes that you have in your defense. He's a very smart offensive coordinator. And me just watching film, I respect their game and I respect his mindset as a coach. So we know we have a challenge in front of us, and it's a challenge that we've accepted. And I feel like we're prepared.
Trey?
They do a lot of unique things on the as far as receiver. Like Deshaun said, they do a lot of pick routes. Our eyes got to be on point, got to be in the right spot, and they like to do a lot of rub routes where you have to be in a lot of combo situations where you have to trade off man, and they just have a lot of speed. And the quarterback is definitely a dynamic player. He's kind of a small guy, but I mean he plays like he's a big guy, 6'3", and he has a great arm. He's elusive, so we have to contain him and keep him in the pocket for the most part.
I think the offense plays to their strengths, and that's what everybody tries to do. And and I think we'll have to do the same, like play to our strengths and see just how the game goes. And that's just one of the main thing I think about it.
Steven?
Yeah, like Trey was saying, they like offense, they're very explosive. Especially from a receiver standpoint, they have a lot of route concepts that that's very new. But I think that it's nothing we have seen before as a secondary. So I think that's that's one thing we took serious this week. You know, we take it serious every week. You know, just doing our job and just executing. So that's one thing that our defensive coordinator Coach Steele told us. Always tell us do your job. It don't matter what time you play, when you play, who you play, just do your job. So.
All right, time for one or two more. Where are we going to go next? Okay, all the way up here in the front.
Jason Caldwell, inside the Auburn Tigers. Dontavius, you probably answered this question a bunch on the other side, but just kind of talk about your decision to come back for your 5th year and kind of what went into that for you.
For me, the narrative of college football is always you're a student athlete first, and I didn't want that narrative to change with my given success and how I've played at Auburn. So one of the most important things for me is to complete my degree, and that's something that I really wanted to do. So the only way that I can do that now, and you got to think which reward comes first. And I think the degree is what comes first, and that's what I'm trying to accomplish with coming back.